EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Damiere Byrd returning it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his left. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Again, it's Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now Dobbins. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Bird now ready to return it. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to... And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jordan Willis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that's the first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And some room to work. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Bird now ready to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Hey, check back, six. Watch the call.
Throwing now is Lance. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So naturally, they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Lance now on first down. Open man here, Sims complete. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Lance to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
On second down now, Elam.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Switch. Switch. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The Ravens send their punter out now. Back deep to Berg. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. They find some open field here. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there out of the running game.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Jones. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Sly on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
An extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Second and 10. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Play action. It's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lance. Escaping the pressure right. A check down here to Jones. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To throw, it's Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Slide for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He'll buy some time right. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Bird now ready to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 6 yards there on the keeper and second down. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
He's going deep for Brown. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Bird now ready to return it. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Oh, a great grab by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On first down, Lance drops it to Jones in the flat. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on second down. Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ronald Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Lance now on 1st down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Now Jones. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ronald Jones taking it in from a yard out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
For the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, an 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Forced out to his left. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And Lance going to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Steven Sims Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Niners 59, Ravens 30.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 91 yards. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
So once more, the Ravens will come to the line here and go for the 2-point try. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirit. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Touchdown! Mark Andrews with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event,
and now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Bird now ready to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Ronald Jones, 67 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 74 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
He'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 24. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Owe in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. The 30, 20, 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him. But how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good? They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
31's the mic. Army. 31's the mic. It's our time. It's our time. 31's the mic.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Mike, 6. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here we go again.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here's Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Second and 6.
One last shot for Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the